Welcome to the first match of our grand finals. It is going to be between Team Snerp Inferno in the bottom left here, Milia on Grath, Nib on Hydros and Jagelius on Ares. Against Team Teddy in the top right corner of the map, we have Tedster on Hydros, Bombs on Grath and Blowdir on Vex. Let's take a look at their unit composition. We have Shadow from Nib with a Sentinel, Jagelius with an Engineer, and Milia, interestingly enough, with a Warp Drone and a Sentinel there. We have 3 Warp Drones as usual for Team Teddy here, 1 Sentinel and 1 Engineer. Now, before we start this one, this final is going to be a best of 3, and Team Snerp Inferno, they did come from the winners bracket, which means that they only have to win 1 best of 3 to take this tournament, while Team Teddy, if they win the first best of 3, they will have to win another to take this tournament. So again, Team Snerp Inferno is in a little bit of a lead down here. They can actually lose 3 games and still get this tournament. So let's start this up. Welcome to the grand final of the first Guardians of Atlas tournament. We are going to see if any of those teams are going to be aggressive early on. I don't think so. These are stable players and they like to play safe. We see Tedster down here. He is going to go and steal this little critter that is a little bit far from where he is. And we see that Jagelius was clearing out that camp. Nib and Milia did clear out theirs, and we see a little bit of an engagement here. Nothing really died so far. Blowdir is getting a little bit low, however, and those Spitfires as well. But with Nib and Milia here, we only have melee units, and this is going to be hard to snipe something right here. We see that 1 Terrapin Trooper has died for Bombs there. Bombs is going to go for that Bramblethorn rush. Milia is doing the same. They are basically just doing exactly the same thing at this point. Blowdir going for tech level 2. Nib, I believe his tech level 2 completed, and no, only now just started. That is interesting. And the Jagelius right now is still going for Sand Stingers. Tedster is going to try and finish this camp off. Milia has started his first Bramblethorn and getting that Sentinel in case a Shadow is going to come lurking by the first Titan. Still 1 minute until the first Titan is going to spawn, and Blowdir is going to go into Devilkin Dervishes and an Engineer as well. Nib, however, is just now researching tech level 2, and he did instead go for more Scuttle Guards right now. It is going to be interesting to see what Nib wants to do. There it is, the rush to tech 3, a little bit delayed. Jagelius is still down here with his Sand Stingers. He's going to be rushing to tech level 3 with a few Devilkins at this point. Tedster is going on around and he has started his Shadow and the upgrade to tech level 3. 20 seconds until the first Titan starts, and Tedster is getting a little bit surrounded right here. He has to be careful not to lose all those units. His teammates are quite far away, only now making their way all the way down here. And we see that Tedster did indeed lose his hero and a few Scuttle Guards there. So those are going to be able to escape, which is nice for him, not losing his entire army. Titans have spawned, and by this point Snerp Inferno is a little bit ahead with that pickoff on Tedster. We see the first Bramblethorn for Milia here, and we also see the Bramblethorn from Bombs as well. They are basically playing the mirrored builds at this point. Jagelius is actually going to go around there. It was looking to snipe 1 Devilkin, but instead manages to just push them away, which is in itself a good job there, denying them any damage on the Titan, and actually manages to snipe that Devilkin in the end. A few Terrapin Troopers are going to go down, Spitfires are going down, and as we can see here, that Titan is dead. It will be interesting to see what they want to do with this Titan. It has quite a little bit of health, and Jagelius is going to come around here. He is losing quite a few Sand Stingers, but that might have been deliberate to free some supply. I'm not really sure there. And Snerp Inferno is going to go and take down this Warp Spire, as well as another tower. Titan is still alive, and this Shadow is actually going to slow down this Titan heavily. Nicely done there. Incredible strategy by Team Teddy. That Titan only gets one tower, but this Warp Spire is gone, and I'm pretty sure that this tower is going to follow. And there we go. They are going to stop in here to eliminate this tower as well. They have to make it quick in order to not get surrounded. Nib is going for his first Aquadillo. Jagelius is going for Apocalypse, who has been indeed just trying to free that supply, suiciding his Sand Stingers. And Milia right now is getting 1 Sentinel and attack damage level 1. Blowdeer and Tedster are getting caught out of position there, but that Shadow might die, and down it goes. Tedster was a little bit late with his heal, unusual for him, since usually he is on top of those heals on the Shadow. It might have been on cooldown, however. We see Milia is going to go for his Bramble Thorns. He has delayed them a little bit in order to get the Sentinel out. And we see the Iron Cannon is doing some work on this tower. I'm not sure if it is going to be able to get it, and it does. The tower falls before the Iron Cannon. A little bit of a nice pick off there by Team Teddy. Checking out the resources, we see that the armies are fairly even. If not, Team Teddy is in a little bit of an advantage. And on the income side, we see that actually Snerp Inferno is ahead by 400 Bioshards. Both teams are now going to take their medium camps. And I don't think that Jagelius is going to be able to contest it, but he wants to get the last shot with those Apocalypses, and ends up doing just that, stealing those precious resources from Team Teddy. That was very nicely done by Jagelius there, and we see a push here from Nib and Milia. They don't have that much damage, and the Tester and Bombs are coming to defend in here. That tower is going to fall, but I believe that they have to retreat at this point. We see a nice little split here from Blowdeer with his Spitfires, just killing a few critters there. And the same is going to be said for Nib down here. We see Jagelius now has 3 Apocalypses, 1 Ember Fiend is on the way, and the Self-Fulfilling Prophecy as well as ability power level 1. Blowdeer, on the other hand, is just now getting his 3rd Apocalypse. Milia is trying to steal this camp and is going to succeed with his Bramble Thorns. Good job there by him, and now has tech level 3 well on the way. Let's check for bombs. It is going to be the same things, though again pretty much a mirrored build from Milia and bombs. Tedster is going for his 2nd Ancient Ice Frog, which is going to be nice there, while Nib is choosing to go for 1 more Aquadillo before the 1st Ancient Ice Frog. It's nice to see those little variations here and how they want to play with those. Jagelius has been in the bottom right corner for quite some time, and we can actually see Bombs is trying to move in for an engagement here. Milia is careful, just hanging around the middle, preparing for the next Titan fight. Jagelius is going to come up as well, and we have seen him try and preserve those heat waves in the past. Titans have spawned, and right now he is free to get those heat waves out, but he has been very effective with them. And we can see he is going to go up here and pop those heat waves indeed. Those Apocalypses can get a few nice shots. Instead, he wants to wait for Nib to engage with his Aquadillos, and only then land those money prophecies. There we go. Those destructive prophecies go down. 1 Bramblethorn is taken out. In response, Bloated is going to fire 2 destructive prophecies as well. And we see Nib here actually popping his cooldown. The Titan is all but forgotten at this point by Snerp Inferno. They are moving up in here, and I'm going to go to Resources tab, double the army for Snerp Inferno. At this point, they have to be careful not to lose anymore. Those Apocalypses are very low for Bloadir, but he manages to just get them to heal. That Ice Frog is low as well. A few shots from those Devilkins and it is going to go down. Milia has now retreated with his Bramblethorns. He is able to heal and also DPS down this Titan. Nib is in a little bit of a pinch in here. That Ancient Ice Frog is not going to do anything because that Aquadillo is able to dart out of there. But Nib is still pretty bold. He wants to keep this position secured and at least not let the red team get anywhere near their Titan. Nice prophecies there from Bloadir. And we see the Ancient Ice Frog from Nib is going to freeze that Abominable Sludge. But now the Titan is won. The gap between armies has been closed a little bit, but it's still present. And Jegelius, I believe, he does not want to go on top of that sludge and is going to kite it down. Those destructive prophecies are going to take it out. But we see an engagement from Tedster there. Heat waves are being popped, and Jegelius ends up losing quite a little bit of his army there. Only the Ember Fiends and the one Devilkin is alive. Milia and Nib actually not in that good of a spot right here. Only now manages to get out of that pinch. And we see that healing generator is doing quite a little bit of work keeping those units alive. One Aquadillo goes down for Tedster, and we see another freeze by that Ancient Ice Frog. Nib is going to lose one Aquadillo as well. Bombs is low, and another one of those Bramblethorn shots is going to take him down. The healing generator is only a few hit points left from destruction, and we can see that the Titan is going to do just that. Careful there, Milia is going to lose one Bramblethorn, and another one falls. Only one left for Milia, while Bombs is in pretty much the same state, but Milia has to be careful here. He's going to lose his hero, but with that Bramblethorn, it might just escape, but it doesn't. So, in that engagement, Milia lost his entire army. Jegelius lost his Apocalypse as well, and some Devilkins. Now the armies are even, if not the red team is a little bit ahead. So even if Snerp Inferno, they were able to take down this healing generator and this warp spire, they have lost quite a little bit of army. Nice trebuchet placement there. It's going to deny that Iron Cannon. Jegelius is coming down here to defend a potential push. With his Apocalypse and Ember Fiends. Heat waves are coming down. He's doing a good job of just popping them one at a time, delaying this as much as he can until that Iron Cannon is dead. And we can now see that the hard camps have spawned. Jegelius is trying to snipe this one off as well, but I don't think that he will manage to do so. And no, the hard camp goes to Team Teddy for the time being. We see that was a nice prophecy, but that Aquadillo, while it is in the air, it is invulnerable. So at the last moment, Tedster was able to save that damage from coming in. We see that this boss at the hard camp has been taken down by Milia in the meantime. And now Nib is trying to get this hard camp as well. Unfortunately for him, Jegelius is the only one that can shoot air with his units. This sentry is doing a nice work. It sees a warp drone right now, and this is very important. I believe that this sentinel is going to follow the warp drone to see where it is going to go, but the knowledge that it exists and it is present on the map is huge. We see now that Jegelius is going to finish off those aerial units inside this hard camp. While Nib and Milia, they are engaging this tower here, Bombs and Bloadir are coming to help, as well as Tedster leading the charge. And Nib and Milia actually have to retreat here. They need Jegelius to get a full confrontation in here. He's now making his way, popping some heat waves, and Nib is indeed going to engage. That is a nice angle for Milia's Bramblethorns, and a lot of destructive prophecies going down on both sides. Both sides are hitting with those Apocalypse shots, and we see Ice Frogs going down as well. The army is in favor of Snerp Inferno at this point. They had the better angle with the Bramblethorns. And right now Bombs is going to go down as well, and one more Aquadillo. Only Blowdeer is left alive after that engagement. He has 2 Apocalypse, 2 Emberfiends, and 1 Devilkin. There is still an Abominable Sludge rolling around, but if Team Snerp Inferno, if they are able to take down this Titan, nice snipe there, gets another Emberfiend. Jagilius is trying to push Blowdeer away while the rest of his team is currently damaging that Titan. If Snerp Inferno gets this Titan, then they might be uncontested for that archive. It is a 15-minute Titan, while it's not all that buffed with the rest of their army. That might be enough to seal this game. Blowdeer is coming up here as well. He's looking for some nice destructive prophecies. He actually hits them on top of that Ice Frog, which is going to go down, and we see that the Titan has been slain. The Ice Frog is a little bit low. Nib is doing his best healing it. There is one shadow left, and I don't think that, and there is a Sentinel. It is a little bit far, so the shadow is still able to roll around here. We see that the Titan is going straight for the archive with the rest of Snerp Inferno here. Nice Apocalypse shots from Jagelius, and that Sludge might actually do quite a little bit of damage there. We see the Trebuchet is firing upon the archive. Everything is gone for Snerp Inferno, except Jagelius right now with his army that is fighting this Sludge. Nib is alive with 1 Ice Frog, and that is pretty much it. The last Aquadillo goes down, but the Titan is still healthy and still attacking, and it is going to seal this game. It is 1-0 for Snerp Inferno versus Team Teddy in the Grand Finals. Welcome to the second match of the Grand Finals. We have Team Snerp Inferno in the bottom left, Jagelius on Ares, Nib on Hydros, and Milia on Grath, against Team Teddy in the top right corner of the map. We have Bombs on Grath, Tedster on Hydros, and Blowdeer on Vex. Let's check out their unit composition in here. Nothing is pretty much changed from the last match. We still see Team Teddy going for 3 Warp Drones, 1 Sentinel, and 1 Engineer, while Snerp Inferno is going for 2 Sentinels, 1 Warp Drone, and 1 Engineer. Let's go ahead and start this game. And as a reminder, Team Snerp Inferno have won their first match, and they only need 1 more to take home this tournament and the prize pool as well. While Team Teddy, if they want to remain in this Grand Finals, they have to win 2 games in a row. This is because Team Snerp Inferno comes from the winners bracket, while Team Teddy comes from the losers bracket. So Team Teddy has to win 2 best of 3s in a row to get this tournament. We see Tedster doing his split right now. He's going to go down here to take those critters, and we actually see a Terrapin Trooper from Milia doing pretty much the same thing. Tedster is going to get the last shot on that one. A little bit of an engagement in the top left corner. Jagelius sprints away with his Sandstingers just in time. And I think that the builds that we're going to see are going to be pretty much the same ones as the first game. Bombs with a really fast tech level 2. Jagelius is going to stay on Sandstingers for a while, but he has tech level 2 queued up. Nib going for tech level 2 as well. Blowdeer already with a pretty fast tech level 2 for Vex. Bombs is getting cornered in here. Let's see if Jagelius can maintain that position, and it looks like it. Bombs is going to fall, but those Sandstingers are taking heavy damage, and Jagelius has lost his whole army of Sandstingers. In the meantime, Milia is going to get the surround on Tedster as well, keeping that Terrapin Trooper alive with his ability. Nicely done there from Milia, and Tedster is going to go down as well. So as we can see, a little bit of a head start for Snerp Inferno. Blowdeer is going to get 2 Devilkin Dervishes and 1 Engineer. Bombs is queuing up his first Bramblethorn, while Tedster is going for that fast Shadow. Nib is going to skip the Shadow, go for Tech level 3, while Milia has 2 Bramblethorns queued up, thanks to that Bioshard advantage that he was able to get from eliminating Tedster down there. Jegilius got his Sandstingers back, and he has 2 Devilkins queued up, still remaining on 2 production slots. Tedster has now queued up Tech level 3 as well, as it is now the meta for Hydros and Blue in general. Bombs is almost having his first Bramblethorn, but Milia is actually going to get 2 Bramblethorns, and even if they are going to be a little bit late for the first Titan, they are going to come, and that might just swing the battle in favor of Snerp Inferno. First Titan comes in just a few seconds, and we see that this Shadow is already in position, trapping Jegilius there. He's not able to escape with his Sandstingers, and that was a heavy loss for Jegilius there, losing a good chunk of his Sandstinger army. Nib is actually trapped in here as well. Bombs keeping the Terrapin Trooper alive nicely down there. Nib is going to go down, and his Scuttle Guards are trapped as well. Incredibly done by Team Teddy at this point, as they have an advantage. We're going to see if Milia is able to bring this back with his Bramblethorns. Jegilius again meets with that annoying Shadow from Tedster. The Shadow is going to survive, and they're going to need those Sentinels. As we can see, Milia has 2 Sentinels queued up, as well as Efficient Synthesis. But this Titan is pretty much lost for Snerp Inferno. And we actually saw this Terrapin Trooper was getting a little bit bold there, diving for the tower. This Titan is getting really low, and it is going to go down. Team Teddy takes this first Titan, and it is a healthy one as well. So it might be able to take down this tower, but I don't think that the second one will follow. In the meantime, a split push from Team Teddy. Blowdeer, Tester, and Bombs are all of them up here, killing one tower. Milia with 2 Bramblethorns, and in the meantime, Bombs got his second Bramblethorn as well. It is going to be a tricky hold for Snerp Inferno at this point of the game. This Warp Spire is already being targeted, and we see that Shadow is still up and running. Those Bramblethorns are trying to do something about it, but not actually managing. Finally, it goes down thanks to the Sentinel that was providing vision there. And this tower might also fall if Team Teddy chooses to remain in here, but I believe that they are making the wise choice of backing away. Blowdeer might go down there, but only his hero, and we see that one tower is going to go down, 2 of them in fact, by that Titan. Team Snerp Inferno is still going to chase Tedster and Bombs across the map. 2 Bramblethorns are still alive for Bombs. Milia has his 2 Bramblethorns as well, but this Titan did quite a little bit of damage there. 2 towers have been destroyed. An ion cannon is being built in the bottom right corner of the map. Very nice head start here from Team Teddy at this point. They have a little bit more energy, but a little bit less Bioshards in their army, as they have lost some units during this engagement that took place. Nib right now, he's got his first Aquadillo staying on top of his macro. Nicely done by him. Let's check what Milia is doing. Still 2 Bramblethorns with attack damage level 1, but they do have that upgrade. Medium camps have spawned right now. Bombs is going for a fast tech level 3, going for the Trebuchet, while Blowdeer is already having 2 Apocalypses ready. That is going to be very nice for Team Teddy here. We see Jegilius is having 2 Apocalypses of his own, with a third one on the way. The red team was able to take down this camp, while the blue team took down the other, so still pretty even at this point. Checking income, we see that the red team is ahead by 400 Bioshards at this point. That was because of those towers that were destroyed. If you destroy structures in Guardians of Atlas, they are going to reward you with some bioshards, and it is quite a few of them down there. And we see that Tedster is going to go for this medium camp as well. He has 2 Ice Frogs ready with 2 Aquadillos on the way. Jegilius is going to go for his 3rd Apocalypse and 1 Ember Fiend right now with ability power level 1. Milia getting his 3rd Bramblethorn, while Bombs does have 3 Bramblethorns up and running already. And we see both teams right now just scrambling about for resources. That resource gap has been closed a little bit by Snerp Inferno at this point. Checking armies, they are pretty much even, so they are going to have a good chance of taking this Titan. It is going to be pretty even between them, and it will go down to who is going to get the better engagement. Nib is already in the middle of the map. Milia is going to join him momentarily. As we can see, Team Teddy is still staying around here. They are preparing for the next Titan fight. Those 3 Bramblethorns are in the upper side of the map, only now coming down here. And we see 2 Terrapin Troopers. They wanted to get some farming done on those critters, but Milia is going to run into Bombs, and this is an even army at this point, so none of them is going to be able to get a head start from that. We see Nib with his Aquadillos. He can potentially go for this tower, chooses not to instead because the first Titan will come, is right around the corner, and both the teams have to get in the middle of the map as soon as possible. Nib is going to get high volt and physical resistance level 2. Titans have spawned. Everyone is on time down here. Tedster is looking for an engagement with those Ice Frogs. They can freeze a good chunk of Snerp Inferno's army. We see some heat waves being swapped down here. And there goes the Ice Frog, an Apocalypse shot on top of them. We see that 2 Aquadillos are going to be a little bit low from Nib there, and another Apoc shot going down. Milia barely keeping alive one of the Bramblethorns. That one is going to go down. Nib still has his army in here, and Titan health doesn't really matter at this point. The only thing that matters is who is going to win this engagement. And it looks like everything is still pretty much even. Jagilia still has his Apocalypse with those charges there, and it takes down 1 Aquadillo. Milia is a little bit low. He has to escape, and Jagilis has to be careful. Loses 1 Apocalypse and 1 Devilkin due to those destructive prophecies from Blowdeer. More of those are going to come down, and we see a heat wave from Jagilis as well. It looks like the blue team manages to take down this fight, but that Ice Frog is getting cornered, and this Aquadillo as well. A nice heat wave there from Jagelius. We see more Apoc shots coming down, and this Bramblethorn is blocking the Aquadillo. Instead, it goes down, and Tedster follows as well. Some nice engagement there from Snerp Inferno. Careful with that Apocalypse. Is actually that Aquadillo is actually going to go down for Nib there. But they have won this Titan fight. They have to rebuild. Milia is still with 2 Bramblethorns. Nicely done by him. Bombs is going to get his Sludge early on. He has another Bramblethorn coming up. And it looks like they want to bypass those towers with their Titan going for the Warp Spire, I believe, at this point. Still, those towers are doing quite a little bit of damage. Milia is getting low and is going to be taken down. He has to escape with those Bramblethorns, however. Some Apoc shots coming down, and those Bramblethorns are going to go down. Milia is going to lose his entire army. Nib right now has 1 Ice Frog ready to warp in. Jagilius didn't really lose anything in that fight. 1 Apoc and 1 Devilkin went down for him. That Warp Spire is dead, and this Titan will start working on this healing generator. Blowdeer is now rebuilding his army. Only has 1 Devilkin and 2 Ember Fiends left. There is another one, and he has the 3rd one ready to warp in here. This Titan is not going to get this healing generator. Looking in Tedster's camp, he has 2 Aquadillos and has 2 Ancient Ice Frogs coming up as well. Bombs is rolling around with 2 Bramblethorns right now and an Abominable Sludge. Going into Snerp Inferno's camp right now, we see that Nib has that Ice Frog and 2 Aquadillos on the way. Jagelius is having a healthy army at this point and is going to chase down those Terrapin troopers. We see a little bit of a push here from the red team. Instead, they want to get this hard camp. Jagelius is on top of the other hard camp as well, and this is going to be pretty much even between them in terms of resources. Blowdeer is the only one that can shoot air, and he has to stay there for quite a little longer. And we see that actually they want to push for this tower right now, and we are going to see how Snerp Inferno is going to manage this. They are going to go in search of a tower kill, and Milia and Nib are leading the charge. Jagelius comes up in here as well. Nice apocalypse shots on top of that tower will help him take it down, while Nib and Milia are working on this one. Their goal is going to be this warp spire, but Team Teddy is already here ready to defend, and they have to back away. We see Milia using his Terrapin troopers to secure his escape. This Bramblethorn is really important for Milia at this point. After losing his entire army, he must not lose this Bramblethorn, but it looks like it will go down. Tester has a surround on him, and Nib is here trying to kill the Bramblethorn. Unfortunately, it goes down. Milia has to rebuild again. He has 2 Bramblethorns up and running, and is now rebuilding the 3rd one. Both teams want to take care of this safe hard camp inside their bases, as we can see at this point. And Bombs is getting his 2nd sludge. Blowdeer is going to go for some Ember Fiends. He has 2 of them already, and another Devilkin is on the way, while Jagelius is going for upgrades instead. He has the army that he wants at this point and is just going to go for upgrades. Milia, on the other hand, is going to snipe this creep camp. Even if it was an easy creep camp, those resources are valuable, especially if the game is as close as it is right now. We see a little bit of a difference in army supply in favor of Team Teddy at this point, but it is not all that big, and I believe that Snerp Inferno might be able to close this gap. Checking income, we see head start for Snerp Inferno, already 6,000 bioshards at this point of the game. We see that upgrades are a little bit in favor of Snerp Inferno as well, but not by a significant margin. Medium camps have respawned at this point. Milia is getting tech level 3 as well as physical resistance level 2. Jagelius is still pumping those upgrades quite heavily there, while Nib is looking to get his 2nd Ice Frog. Titans have respawned, and we are going to see how this battle is going to go. This battle is crucial and will determine the rest of the game. Bombs is actually getting surrounded there. Some nice apocalypse shots coming from Jagelius. Bombs is going to go down. That sludge is getting pretty low, and we see some Ice Frog's ability going down. More apocalypse shots from Blowdeer there with some heat waves. Takes down one of those Ice Frogs. We see ultimate there from Nib, keeping his army alive a little longer. And we see that Tedster will actually go down as well. Nib is low, and he has to be careful not to lose his hero to that Bramblethorn and that sludge. The Bramblethorn goes down, and we have a little bit of an advantage for Snerp Inferno at this point. They have the middle. Blowdeer is still here. He didn't lose anything during that engagement. And is looking to do some damage, but all by himself. Those Apocalypses are vulnerable, and that Apocalypse shot is going to kill 2 Ember Fiends as well. We see Jagelius launching one heat wave just to keep Blowdeer away for the time being, and the army difference is now starting to be significant in favor of Snerp Inferno. And it looks like Team Teddy has given up on that Titan. Instead, they want to defend it. It is going to be difficult to do that with the army supply that they have. Nib is down here as well with his 2 Aquadillos healing for the time being, while Milia remains to take down this Titan. And this Titan is going to go down. Milia is now just delaying for a little while, wait for his teammates to come up here, and only now finishing this Titan. The red team is in position, 500 bioshard difference and 300 energy difference in favor of Snerp Inferno when it comes to armies at this point. And it looks like they are going to go straight for the archive, as they have done countless times in the past during this tournament. The red armies are going to be really important at this point. Blowdeer and Jagilius with those destructive prophecies, both are hitting. In fact, Jagilius did only get one Devilkin, while Blowdeer did a significant amount of damage to Snerp Inferno's army. We see heat waves from Blowdeer there, but the archive is getting fairly low. Titan is still healthy in there. Bramblethorn is chugging away at this archive. Nib is alive with his Aquadilos. He might get on top of this archive, and Team Snerp Inferno is the winner of the first Guardians of Atlas tournament, while Team Teddy takes the second place. Incredibly done by both teams in this tournament. Congratulations to them. And this is going to be the end of the first Guardians of Atlas tournament ever. I hope everyone enjoyed those games. I certainly did, and I'm looking forward to the next tournament.